By the way, I am not naked. We're attempting this again. Hopefully it goes better than last time. If you want, it's Emily Fox. Today's video is going to be my June/PO Box haul video because I haven't purchased books in a while. I feel like I'm probably overdue for actually buying a couple books, but I've been like focusing on using my library before my card expires, which I don't know what's going to happen when that happens because I can't really go in there to like renew it. We'll see when that happens. And also I just haven't been purchasing things online, which is kind of strange, but you guys got my back. I finally went to my PO box and some of you got me some birthday presents, which I'm really thankful for. So we're gonna go through them. I'm gonna say thank you and we're gonna see which books are now added to my physical TBR. So let's start with the first one. Thank you to Jasmine for getting me Witches, which I have only read one other book by this author. Did I read it? Matilda, which I had never read the book obviously at that time, but I did a vlog, which I'll try to link, remind me to forget, but I basically read a bunch of middle grade books that I had never read. And I wanted to read more by this author because everyone knows him, but like I've never grown up reading his books. So very curious / I'm obsessed with witches, and I totally want to do eventually a video about, you know, witches, like best books recommendation type of video. Actually, if you have any, let me know because I'm always looking for more. But yes, very happy to get that one, get to it very soon. I probably should do another one of those reading vlogs because I feel like so many middle grade books are so well known and popular, and again, everyone grew up reading them and I have no clue what people are talking about. So next, a huge thank you to Samantha. She's also a Canadian YouTuber, so I will be linking her channel down below. She got me a few books that I really wanted to read / a few that I have read and loved, so I'm very happy to finally own a physical copy, which I need to like reorganize my shelf. It's probably gonna happen like right after this video actually, because it's looking kind of messy. You can't really tell from this little, you know, background, but it's getting pretty bad, including my nonfiction shelf, which The Body by Bill Bryson. I read this in January this year and I absolutely adore it. It's definitely going to be any future like best nonfiction that are like science related video coming up hopefully very soon. But yes, I absolutely adore this book. I had read, is it the book, A Short History of Nearly Everything? Yes, finally. I feel like I always mess up that name. And enjoyed it, but I feel like everyone was loving it and I just liked it. But this one I absolutely adored, and I definitely was regretting just reading it as an audiobook because I feel like I need to go back and just put a bunch of like notes, like post-its, not actual notes. I'm unable to do that. Do you do that? Because I cannot for the life of me write in my books. I can't do it. So I will be putting some post-its, and if I want to write anything, I'll write something on the post-it. But yes, oh, I didn't know there were some image. Nice. Okay, so basically it goes through all your body, and either like little anecdotes or kind of letting you know things you might not know / some history in there, or new discoveries, and it's just super interesting and it's very accessible, like beginner friendly, absolutely. So if you just want to learn more about biology, about your own body, definitely would recommend The Body, a guide for occupants. So it was really great. I gave it 5 stars, which I don't do that often, so really good. I'm very happy to own this now. And also Invisible Women, which is going to be part of an upcoming very soon best nonfiction video. It's going to be a separate one because this is going to be like the science one, but this is more not science like the rest. I have 2 categories basically, but I read this, was it 2 months ago, and fell in love with it. It is a very interesting yet frustrating read because it's about data bias in a world designed for men. I enjoyed the audiobook of it, but once again, I didn't own the physical copy, but now I'm very happy to be able to actually go back and again put some post-its in there. I'm obviously feminist, but I feel like sometimes some of the stuff we just stop thinking about it, but it kind of is messed up when you actually take the time to. For example, cars, the seat belts, they're not made for women. They're just not. If you have, you know, a chest or something, they're just not going to protect you. Like higher rates of deaths and also like injuries are caused by the seatbelts than for men. And it's just like, it's such a simple thing, but like you use this every day. Isn't that crazy? So that's obviously just one example out of like the thousands in there. So if you want to be frustrated but learn a bunch of stuff, I definitely do recommend this book. I really enjoyed it too. Another one that I read a long time ago, but like I feel like I need to reread this / I feel like everyone should read this at least once in their life, and it is The Gift of Fear, which survival signals that protect us from violence. I feel like essentially could be described as, you know how we tend to, especially women, try to just like forget it and ignore our little gut feeling that sometimes you meet someone and you know there's something wrong. And you just tell yourself, oh no, you can't do that. Like, you can't just be rude and just be polite at all cost. And the author basically tells you, F politeness, your, survival is more important. And it's just a very eye-opening read. I remember liking the first, like, half of it better than the second half. But again, it's been a few years. But you see this on so many lists of, like, best nonfiction books. And I do remember really enjoying it. So I will be refreshing my memory and rereading this hopefully very soon. But I highly recommend you check it out if you haven't read it yet. Although I feel like everyone has been talking about it for years. How old is this book? 1997. Isn't that messed up? It's still very relevant. So... One that I haven't read, but I saw it on a list. I think it was about, is it robots or clones or something like that? I have been wanting to read more books on that topic because I have been having like a hit or miss situation there. And it is Machines Like Me by Ian McEwan. Can we just acknowledge I was actually able to pronounce Ian? If I remember correctly, this one is like an alternate version of our world in the 1980s, and it's about, like I said, robots, or is it artificial intelligence, or like what it is to be human. Are you still human if you're artificial intelligence? Which I'm intrigued. I want to know. That cover for some reason is appealing. I usually hate when they have people, but it's not really a person, is it? A robot. But yes, we'll be reading this and letting you know how it goes. The next things are from Sierra. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right. I mean, we all know I can't pronounce anything for shit. So she got me this wonderful book that I've been wanting to read. Thank you so much. I did not realize how chunky this one was, and it's making me, for some reason, way more excited. Do you remember when I was scared of big books? And for some reason lately I've been pretty much only reading them. I will definitely be reading this hopefully soon because it is an adult fantasy book, and I feel like everyone I know that like I trust their opinions, they love it. So is that not a sign? Is it a trilogy? I feel like book 2 is definitely out. I don't know, but book three. But if I remember correctly, there is magic in there, which again, if you want to make me read a book, put some magic in there. So we'll be reading this hopefully before the end of the year. That would be great. But again, a little chunky. And she also got me some Cheerios, which I laughed my ass off. I'm actually running low on Cheerios, so thank you so much. If you don't know, I have a little thing with these. And there's 2 packs, which we're still hoping and waiting for Cheerios to sponsor me, maybe one day. But yes, I feel like that's the kind of sponsorship I would love to get, It has nothing to do with books, but we know I like these, so thank you so much. I will be happily munching on them while reading. The next book is from Diana. Thank you so much for getting me a ballad. The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, which is the newest book in the Hunger Games world. This is a prequel. I feel like the reviews have been so all over the place, and I put my name on the waiting list at my library, but I think it's like 6 months from now that I would get it, so hopefully I get to read that one instead, and it's not going to take me 6 months because my TBR is so out of control. I feel like you're probably feeling the same, but I'm excited to see how I will personally feel because I feel like my emotions have been all over the place with the whole situation. When it first was announced, people thought it was about Mag, so I was dying to read it, but then it turned out it was about Snow, and then people are either loving it or hating it, and I want to know, where will I stand? Because I feel like people have been like being mean a little bit about the Hunger Games series, but I overall really liked it. The third book I had some issues with, but I thought overall they were entertaining. So I want to read this and see if it's going to be as readable. It's not that, well, okay, it's almost 600 pages, so it is pretty big. But yay, hopefully I get around to this again very soon. The next things are from Anne, which thank you so much, not an old creepy man. She got me some coffee, which last week, I attempted to not drink coffee for a week, and I regretted it instantly. We saw it. I filmed one video that day, the first day, and I was not able to function, so we'll never do that again. So I will definitely be drinking some tsumato and hopefully be more awake in my videos. Oh, and she also got me some lights, which thank you. I need to put some fairy lights. How do you style your fairy lights? I feel like I'm going to try to do that right after this video, so I don't know what it's going to look like. Maybe I will just not do it properly. So let me know, do you prefer like lines? I don't know. I feel like I'm not really good at decorating and I need to like get to it. So thank you. And then last but not least, thank you so much to William for getting me a gift card. I will happily get some books with that. Actually, I need to do a haul before the end of summer. That should be my goal. Like maybe in September, like I'll accumulate slowly some books online and then do my first haul in like 6 months. So keep an eye out. Hopefully I get around to doing it. I just really, really miss going to library sales because they were just so awesome, and like you just discover a bunch of like really cheap books, and But yeah, what about you guys? Have you been purchasing books online? I feel like people either went like one direction or the other. They're all either going crazy buying a bunch of stuff online. And actually, because I was doing my like recommendation video about the 400 books that I've read, I know some of you were like trying to read all of them, which keep me updated. That's like literally my favorite part of doing YouTube. Whenever I recommend books, you read them and you love them. That makes me very happy. Obviously, sometimes it's gonna be hit and miss. I completely forgive you. Like, obviously, if you don't like it, it's fine. But yeah, I just feel like I haven't been purchasing books a lot. But one of my goals this year was to try and read a bunch of the books that I do own on my shelves, because I counted them earlier this year and I was at like 700. So, well, total, but I had read like 200, I think, out of that. So like, I wanted to try and reduce that number a little bit. And I've been using also my library just to get some of these as audiobooks too, just to help me go through them. But yes, like I said, I think my library card is expiring next month, like mid-July. So I have no idea. I need to call and actually ask them, because I don't mind paying, but like, I don't want to go in person. I also want to take the time to say thank you to everyone for supporting me. I know like the whole pandemic has been like affecting everyone a lot, including me. And I just really appreciate people taking the time to either follow me on Patreon, which if you have any special requests on what you would like to see on there, please let me know. And I can definitely like, I wanted to update things and just make it more interesting, because with the whole like struggling to read and the whole pandemic, it was kind of hard to figure out what changes I wanted to bring for this year, but let me know. And same thing for people buying me things on my Amazon wish list. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate every single one of you. But also obviously just viewing, commenting, liking videos makes a huge difference. And I just appreciate every comment. So thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comment section if you have read any of these, which one should I put higher on my TBR, because I want to know. I will also be putting more videos on the screen that I recommend you check out, and I shall see you in my next video very soon. Bye.